Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips, and this is part 2 of today's videos, where my friend and yours at the Penny Arcade Forums, Tox, having suggested the previous video, the focus of the previous video, the Hunchback 4J, also presented me a challenge as part of that request. And it is one that I am pretty sure, with my tactical acumen, I'm going to fail miserably at. So with the introduction of the 4J into my game files, I now have one each of a Hunchback variant. I have the 4G with the autocannon 20, the 4P with the laser array. I have the 4SP, the sway back that replaces the autocannon with two SRM6s. And I have the 4J, the sway back that replaces the autocannon with two LRM-10s. And the challenge today in this video is to go up against a lance of those Hunchbacks, one each. If it were only that simple, because my friend Tox has decided that he wants to see me fail and has suggested that I put this lance of Hunchbacks up against a single Atlas. And I'll get to the Atlas in a second. But to help me on my way, I have chosen to set the rules of this engagement by giving these Hunchbacks middling gunnery pilots. So hopefully not every single gun hits my poor Atlas at every opportunity. This may come back to bite me because half of these pilots have evasive move, which is real great. Now, on the good guy's side, I'm taking Wildfire for her crack shot and for her ability to multi-target because that might come into play. Bulwark is a nice bonus, but I'm guessing I'll be moving around a bit. Also, I'm going to be exploiting terrain like you would not believe. This may, the beginning part of this fight may be a little slow as I hide behind a rock for 20 turns. And why, you ask? Would I hide behind a rock with an Atlas? I should be the most threatening thing on the battlefield. And you're right. This Atlas isn't your father's Atlas D. We've tweaked it a little bit, per Tox's recommendation. So what has been done to this Atlas is that we have removed the LRM-20 and replaced it with an LRM-15, which frees up some space and some weight. And with that extra space and weight, we have added a medium laser and a small laser in each arm. So each arm now has two medium lasers and a small. Two medium lasers and a small. We have the two medium lasers in the center torso, as expected. We have the LRM-15 and the SRM-6 in the left torso. So we've got those explosives there. And we still have the autocannon 20 in the right torso with its ammo. This is being called by Tox, and I think the name fits, a halfback. And the reason for that is it's kind of like half of this other lance. It's got about half of the number, probably less than half of the number of lasers. It's got all of the autocannon because I don't have two 4Gs here. It's got one SRM-6 versus two SRM-6s. It's got one LRM versus two LRMs. You get the idea. And my goal today, ladies and gentlemen, is to somehow make this thing beat up all of these things. And I really don't have a lot of confidence in this. But we're going to give it the old college try. I'm going to Alpine River. It's going to be a frozen day. I am hoping that I can find a part of the river that is near some trees. I'm going to go to that, not the middle of the map, because also I want to try and use the terrain to my advantage and isolate Hunchbacks one by one as best I can. This may be a very long drawn out beginning to a very short and brutal end of a video of this kind of engagement. I would almost feel better, Tox, if you're listening, I know you're watching, I would almost feel better bringing a Punch King to this. Truth, lay it out on the table. in this game, in this beta, the way the system of rules works, I honestly feel like I might get more mileage out of a Punch King than this custom D variant of the Atlas. But let's find out, shall we? Our poor, lonely wildfire hanging out on this snowy terrain. So let's just take a little look. The map extends out to here, the river. There's nothing of consequence over here. There's some rocks. There's the river, but the river is really deep in a canyon here, so getting in and out of it is basically going to be impossible. Aside from the river, there is no other water sources on this map. There's a big honking mountain behind me that I've never really looked at. I'll have to go play up on that sometime. It's been a while. This side of the map, let's turn this right around. So once we get past the middle here, we get past this gorge, because man, that's a gorge. Here's the line. Here's the demarcation line. Now, I have fought on this side of the map before. It's been a long time, but I've got the water, I've got some trees, and I've got some rocks. It's not a lot of rocks. Not gonna lie, I wish there were more rocks here. Wish there was more cover. I could post up. I could just post up in the hills back here. Like here. Maybe I just need to, as I think this through and talk it out, maybe I need to forsake the river a bit and give myself opportunities to dodge in and out of cover, hard and tree varieties. This actually might be my best spot. Pick a fight somewhere down in this area. Get the rocks to start. I can cut down around here. Get some more trees. Let them come to me. Let's see. The other problem that I'm going to encounter, having given the enemy lance a 4J, Hunchback, so I'm going to be taking indirect fire for days, which is great. Alright.
Commander?
Let's make some hay.
Order acknowledged.
I predict once I pick a position here, rounds 3 through about 12 are going to be me hitting tab minus enter, which is pick wildfire, brace, and turn. All right.
Orders.
They are going to get line of sight and sensor targets on me before I get on them because they're in medium mechs and I am in an assault mech, and of course that's just how this game is considered to be fair. I disagree, but whatever. I honestly, the info war modeling of this game is fine. Giving lighter mechs better sight ranges and sensor ranges is perfectly reasonable thing to do to give them reasons to exist.
I'm here. Roger. Benton East.
Other than weight caps. Oh, they've made it as far as the buildings in the distance. As the poor prefab buildings out there get stomped all over. Collateral damage in pursuit of an Atlas, apparently not too high a cost. Here's some clanking and clinking around. Some more buildings being broken.
I'm receiving you.
A slight correction. It is tab to select wildfire, minus to brace, and that just ends her turn because you don't have to confirm it. I almost wish there was a power down button because that would be hysterical.
Standing by.
Just go full drop bear over here, hide in the trees, power down, wait for them to come too close. I would highly encourage anyone that's into BattleTech, MechWarrior, check out the beef on YouTube. He makes real good videos.
I'm receiving you.
Better than mine, I'll say that much. Because so far this video is 5 rounds of hiding in the trees. This is a reasonably good test of the enemy AI search path, though. See how long it takes for them to actually find me back up here.
Waiting for orders.
Yep, just keep holding pat. Apparently that move was extra complicated.
I'm here.
Haven't seen these buildings over here explode yet, so they either aren't walking through that path or are being very careful to move around it, which careful is not in the AI's wheelhouse.
All right, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I realize, Wildfire, that you are ready to go, and you've been sitting here now for... Let's assume for the moment that this game plays on the same time scale as BattleTech, each round approximately 10 seconds, so you've been sitting here for almost 2 minutes now.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed. Holding in.
As we approach the, let's call it the 2-minute mark of this engagement. And we have a contact. Oh, that's bad, though. They're deathballing. Oh, they're deathballing really well, too. They're not spreading out. Maybe now that they have contact on me, they'll spread out. Well, break some more terrain. Get a little bit of spread out there. Okay, so I might get lucky. Oh, okay. So it looks like they might split 2 and 2. The AI is pushing these guys up the hill here, it looks like, and these 2 down the way.
Commander?
I can get the first shot off. But is it going to be worth it? The question is, did these hunchbacks move and brace, or did they just sprint? I'm guessing they moved and braced. So my opening salvo is going to suck. Let's face it, this is going to suck regardless. Alright. I do have the... I'm pretty sure I have the right side of whatever this is. So it's obstructed. Well. Glory waits for no mech warrior.
Alright.
Nor mech commander. Four movement pips on the SP. No brace. Oh, these numbers are atrocious. Also, not only are they bad, I'm immediately hitting into overheat. This is going to be one of those fights. I'm going to drop the SRM-6s off. I need punch through. These numbers suck. But here we are. Oh! Right torso with the autocannon. I don't know that I could have asked for a better opening shot from my autocannon, which is going to run real dry real fast in this match. Alright. Bring the hurt. What you got? I'm going to have to be very, very careful about stability damage in this match, because if I get knocked down, I am basically dead. So the 4 SP led the charge over onto this side. There's the 4J. Oh, and we're immediately into unstable. That did not take much. Please don't be the 4G. Please don't be the 4G. 4P. All right. Might not take a ton of stability damage here, but I am going to take a bunch of just lasers to the face.
Commander, I'm hit.
Okay. Time to move.
Standing by.
Time to not be here.
Coordinates received.
Pull back. Turn the corner. Brace. Bleed heat. Bleed stability damage. Get the cover. Make them come around the corner. God, if I kill even one of these hunchbacks, I feel like that might be a moral victory. This is a legitimately scary scenario. I don't... Oh. Ooh.
Waiting for orders.
Ooh. Oh, it's indirect. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo. I was hoping I'd get a really, really gross salvo off on this guy without having to give up too much of my own position. Yeah, there's not. Well, nope, I'm too big. Too big, and these rocks are too small. Alright, so that's the 4P. So I've got the laser and the laser SRM variants over here. I could change targets. Oh, God. This rock over here doesn't even protect me. That's so bad. Alright, I want to stay to cover. I need to not let them get behind me. I don't necessarily want to change targets here, but I don't know that I'm going to get an opportunity to not have to. This stinks. This stinks. This stinks. This stinks. I can go here. I can go here, I can get a shot off on this guy. I break line of sight to him, hopefully for a turn. The 4J rains some indirect, maybe even direct. Or I can choose to back down into the trees. The problem is if I'm already down to 25 armor on my right torso. Oh, man. This is rough. This is rough. I think I need to keep the trees. I need to use what little damage prevention I can get from these trees. Sprint to the back of the trees. Turn. I'm giving my right side up there. I'm okay giving up my left side right now. My left side's in better condition. So I'm just going to pull down, turn around. I've got the cover. I've got a movement modifier pip. So hooray for me. How often are you going to see that in this match? The answer is probably once. That guy sprinted. Sprinted, gave up his right side again. Has a line of sight, so here comes the rain. As predicted. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow.
Getting banged up pretty good.
Let's see. That means this guy's the 4G. So here comes the hammer coming around the gulch here. Is he going to get to... Nope. Not quite. The 4P here, moving up. Thinking these guys are making strange moves.
I'm here.
Do I have? Oh, you're killing me. All right, I've got the cover. This might expose my back to the 4G in the distance on its next turn. It's going to be close. I just want to turn enough to get my guns on this guy. I have his right side, which on the 4SP is not that big a deal because it's freaking symmetrical. But I think I'd drop a laser off to crit seek with the... Oh, I'm going to have to drop 2. That's a lot of damage to give up. You know what? Nope. 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 Nope.
Affirmative.
Oh, missing with the autocannon, which was probably predictable because it was only 50% chance to hit. So there is one thing that comes out of this as a point of note of learning that Tox presented in his notion of doing this. The AI, because it likes to hang back in some places, is using the 4J very efficiently.
They're banging through my
I mean,
armor.
maybe it's not as efficient as it could be, but it's not just hanging back there and doing nothing. It's actually using the indirect fire that it's getting. And here comes the real heinous parts of this.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, well, here comes the worst part. Already in.
Oh, I'm wounded.
2 shots to the face so far on Wildfire. She's just not
I'm
gonna.
receiving you.
She might just die in the course of this match. 4 movement modifier, 2 movement modifier, 1 movement modifier, and a fresh target. This 4 SP is going to get behind me next turn. I'm running hot again. Yeah. Yep. So that was another thing that we talked about that Tox proposed is probably going to be a problem is these, despite being half the armament of this entire other lance, I have far fewer heat sinks to deal with the armament in comparison. Which means this Atlas is basically going to be running hot constantly. Yep. 2 lasers and an autocannon is all I can muster here. I can hope for the lucky headshot.
Roger.
Or just, you know, put that autocannon round into the side of the mountain and just totally blow our 1 chance to put a solid hit on that guy. What is this guy doing? Lining up on my left side.
Oh, that hurt.
That's 3 head hits now. As the rain is about to fall. Oh no! Get right up on there. The 4J, wow. The 4J moving aggressively. Gets a crit on my
Big
autocannon.
hit. That was a big hit.
Yep. Yep, it was. Autocannon round 2. The center of mass. Taking it in the chest.
They're getting the angle on me.
Yep. Yeah, they are.
Can't take much more of that.
Nope. No, we can't. So,
Yes, Commander.
Wildfire, I know you're maybe not the best pugilist, but
Copy that.
you're running too hot to do anything
Ah!
useful. Yeah, get the torso on that guy. A couple of lasers to go. Nothing really of consequence, though. I mean, we opened that panel on the left side of that Hunchback, which is great and might eventually lead to that guy not having his autocannon, but this whole team is going to ream me this turn. Yep.
Oh,
Another head hit.
I'm wounded.
Oh, and the knockdown. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. As Wildfire fails her seatbelt check and dies to impact with the ground. Woof. That was bad. All right. Let's even this up a little bit. Let's even this up just a tiny bit.
Welcome, Commander.
First of all, we're going to get these Hunchbacks back into order here. Got a 4 SP, got a 4J, got a 4G, and a 4P. Buckshot is good. We like that. Sumo, we're alright with that. Gunnery. Blockade. Because it's not like their poor gunnery skills. We're stopping them from hitting me. Paradise. Is that right? Yeah. 2 evaders. There we go. Let's move this up. Flush out our lance on the other side. Let's make this an even fight. or at least as close to even as I think I can get this with only 2 atlases. Now, I think I want Apex here for the guts. For the guts, which will give me a little bit more heat scale to work with. I could take Sumo, who's got all the guts. Who's my guts, mans? Sumo, Buckshot. God, Sumo and Buckshot are basically clones of each other. I didn't notice that before. I think I want the gunnery though, so I'm gonna take Apex. She's got breaching shot, which might come in handy. We're gonna head back to Alpine River on the frozen day, and this time I'm not just gonna sit back and wait for death to come to me, because that did not work out. I let them get around me. There's not much you can do when it's 1-on-4. Got surrounded.
Command interface initiated.
This time we're going to make some moves.
Okay, Finn. Pick your targets carefully.
Get hustling, ladies.
I'm there. Moving out.
Need you to show the world that we can at least kill 1 Hunchback with 2 Atlases.
Commander?
What a terrible route.
Awaiting orders.
So I'm going to head in the direction of this little plot of land over here. Who knows if I'll actually make it in time. And ideally what will happen is the Hunchbacks will funnel in through the river and down the way, and I can hit them from this spot over here. Thereabouts.
Standing by.
As I sprint my atlases across the
Moving to
landscape.
position. Yes, Commander.
Let's continue to take the high road.
Commander. On the move.
Did I hear buildings exploding? I did hear buildings exploding. Alright, well, if nothing else, the AI is predictable in that way. Total disregard for collateral damage.
I'm receiving you. Waiting for orders.
Man, Wildfire's got some hustle in her Atlas. She is soundly outpacing Apex by about a step, maybe a half step every move. Alright, which way do I want to head? I think... Am I at the border? Am I approaching the border? There's the border. I'm going to come up and around this way.
I'm here. Copy that, Commander. Move order confirmed.
Some really pretty mountain terrain up this way. I like hills. I like mountains. What can I say? I like a well-rendered crag and precipice. Alright, let's keep moving.
For orders. Coordinates received. On my way.
Oh, Apex got a step on Wildfire that time. Maybe they're evenly matched in speed. Yep, I'm gonna back this party all the way up to the board edge. Oop, you know what? Might not be able to get off that rock if I go there.
Moving to position.
Oh, definitely wouldn't have been able to get off that rock if I climbed up on it. I would just like to state once again, even with 2 atlases, this is a very silly scenario to be playing out. Even sillier made by the fact that I am running scared to one corner of the map to try and exploit any amount of positional advantage I can get. But what's life without a challenge, right?
I'm here.
Now let's see, how much movement can we get through? That's the best we got.
Aye, aye.
Sure.
On my way.
Through the trees, crashing our way through the foliage. We can see the engagement border in the distance. The great fog wall itself. Stare up that river. Beautiful vista in the distance, obscured by the fog. All right.
Commander?
We are basically where we want to be, I think. So, let's get to picking some spots to stand in.
Awaiting orders. Moving out.
And now we play the waiting game.
Yes, Commander. Keeping my heat low.
Whoa, hello.
The center trace.
Did not expect him to show up so soon.
I've got another blip on my screen.
And not quite a death ball. Let's see. Let's see what they did. Well, the AI kept it pretty tight. Not impossibly so, but definitely still together, a little looser than last time. And I, somehow, by some miracle of line of sight, am going to get the first salvo off.
Acknowledged.
Alright, wildfire. Ooh, gross. Alright, got a 4P in the distance. Got guns for days. Too much heat to bother with them.
Roger that.
Make with the killing.
Confirmed.
Alright, shot to the torso with the autocannon round. Spray down with the rest of that, some of it hitting.
Yes, Commander.
Apex actually has a
On the move.
better opportunity for weapon fire here. Also gonna skip the SRMs at this point. Right to that left torso, which is almost a complete waste against this particular Hunchback. But we're in it. We're in it now. 4 SP rounds the corner, medium lasers and SRM6s coming Wildfire's direction. We've got the tree cover to help us out with that armor situation.
I'm wounded.
Yeah. Yeah, you are, Wildfire. If you only knew. 4J bringing its direct fire from a distance here with its spotter. Wildfire is going to go down.
Reporting minimal damage.
Oh, wow, really? Is this guy going to autocannon from downtown? Nope. Which means it's nothing but lasers, so Wildfire stability damage will clear a little bit this next turn.
Oh. Commander?
As Wildfire takes a second head hit in the opening salvo exchange
Yes, Commander.
from those guys. That's great. That's just fantastic. Rotate the line. This is not going to clear her stability warning, however. So if they focus fire on her a second time, she's going down. Brace. Clear the heat. Clear the stability damage.
Standing by.
Let Apex try and tank for a turn. She's not going to get much in the way of weapon fire, though, because of the heat situation. What do we got? Line this up. Yep. Take away that. Take away the autocannon. Do we just go with the high percentage lasers? Doesn't really cool her off very much. I want to try and clear the refire penalty here. Take my shots where I can. Alright. It's not great. I don't love it. But
Target locked.
it's damage on. Good chunk of it into that right arm, which will help work to the right torso on that guy, but again, it's the 4 SP, and the 4 SP doesn't give a F about one side or another getting lost. Kill one side, the other side's still half as good. Apex doing a good job holding up. Is she going to go down? I don't think they have quite enough stability damage on their lance to knock down one of my Atlases so long as I keep rotating them, although this might cause it. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's going to cause it. Shoot.
I can't take much more of this.
Yep, there you go.
Commander, I'm hit.
My pilots are going to die. They are in metal coffins. I predict that neither of these pilots survives before their mech is destroyed. Or, you know what I mean. Oh, boy. Alright, on the plus side,
Here.
that clears Apex's stability problem for a turn. Oh, in what is arguably the worst
Regain
way.
stance, Commander.
Okay. If I move her, I lose line of sight to her, which is peculiar. Stood up +4. That's not helping the cause here. I can't sneak. Well, I'm not going to get too many opportunities to put damage on, so I may as well fire everything I can at the moment. Yeah, and it braced, which does not help the cause.
I'm receiving you.
Alright. Oh, 90% with the LRMs. Be a crime not to fire it. Let's get this under the red line, however. Can I creep back up on it with the SRM? Nope. One laser? Nope. Alright, well. Take what you can get. What is she getting out of this? Long range +4. Oh. Actually, you know what? Long range. Hello. I might be able to fix that. I take a couple steps forward, which is gonna kill off the SR or the LRM's range, but I would rather the 20 than the 15. Can I do it in one step? Cool, I can do it in one step. Take one step forward, please. Point your guns at this guy. We are going to drop the LRM at this point. I could indirect. I could split my fire, but I don't think it's actually useful in this case. In this specific moment, I don't think it's useful. God, not getting these SRMs on because of the heat scale issue is killing me. Just killing me.
Acknowledged.
Nice. Autocannon round, center of mass. Unfortunately, the lasers were kind of all over the place. Alright, let's see what kind of heinous things happen to me this turn. 4 SP. Spray down on Wildfire.
I'm losing armor bad.
Puts her into unsteady. Here comes the rain from the J. boy, that might... No, doesn't quite
That could have been worse.
Doesn't quite get her to knock down. But here comes the 4G, which will absolutely finish the job on knocking her over. No question in my mind, she's falling over. Left torso's open.
Reporting internal damage.
Which, truth be told, don't care if I lose. I haven't been able to use the SRMs effectively, and the LRMs have been kind of duds. And they're going to get even worse as these guys crawl right up into my position. Called shot center torso. That's unfortunate. This wildfire continues to take
Internal structure damage.
so much damage. Alright,
Stand by.
stand her up.
Regained footing.
Move a tick or two.
Affirmative.
Our numbers are going to suck because of the standing up. Shutdown warning, which is always fun. Let's just take all the guns off and see where we can go from here. Let's start with the high percentage lasers. And then next highest percentage laser. And that's what we got. How much can the LRM get me? That's a lot. It's a lot of heat. It's a lot of heat for, I feel like, not 15 by 4. It'll be 15 by 3s because of the cover. Is it worth dropping off a laser? Yeah, let's do that.
Affirmative.
One laser hits majority of the missiles, which makes it a good call for 2s. 50% damage reduction when you're guarded. Oh. Bulwark. 25% damage reduction when you're in cover. Bulwark. Bulwark might have been the better option here. Shoot.
Yes, Commander.
That is real unfortunate. Need to ace one guy here. Just one. If we could do that, that would be delightful. Alright. I get my autocannon 20 with possibly the best percent chance to hit I will see all game.
Firing on target.
And it hits an arm. Yep. Not great. Wow, they are really focusing on wildfire.
Oh! I'm wounded.
4 injuries. Her mech is still in relatively good shape. Apex is sitting on 1. Ooh. The near miss with the autocannon 20.
Barely hit.
Yep. Wow. 4P lighting wildfire up.
More of that.
Overheating in the process, though.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, wildfire, what do you got? You got anything at this point? That guy's still guarded. This guy's in cover. Wow. Bulwark. Bulwark is so freaking good. I'm kind of missing that I don't have it right now because this might be a slightly closer match otherwise. Long range. Can I fix the range? I can't fix the range issue now. Shoot. Can I? I guess. Move her right out to the front here. Do I have to move her out to the front? No. No, I can just move her to the left here. Give up my left pretty significantly. Her left is actually pretty beat up, so face the wrath that's coming. Get that AC-20 on there. Take off this LRM. Running real hot again. Yep. Heat scale. We thought that might be where this breaks.
All right.
Shot to the leg is not a very useful shot right at the moment.
Awaiting orders.
God. Do I try and maneuver for the river at this point? Do I get this static position is a losing proposition. I'm just gonna get pounded until I'm dead. Is there any motion I can make here that's useful? Somehow that's not a tree. Let's do this. Let's move back. I can still get a line on this guy in the distance. At least try and make some moves toward the river where I can leverage more of my weapons. Autocannon's at 50 because of range, obstructions, target size, and a refire penalty, so we'll be dropping that right the hell off. Place it with the LRM. Got 2 medium lasers to stack on this. Can I make it 3? Nope, don't want to make it 3. Crit a laser, crit a heatsink. Doing a little bit of work, but this is going to be the turn where Wildfire either dies outright or her Atlas gets shot out from under her.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
There goes the left torso.
I lost a weapon.
Yep, you don't have to tell me. I see it all on the screen. Oh, ooh, that 4G. Getting very unlucky with its autocannon fire this last couple
I'm
turns.
taking internal damage.
Yeah, and here comes the carving out. Yeah. Well, on the plus side, she didn't die in the process. That would have been real painful.
Standing by.
I've got focus for what little that's worth. I can't even get into the water. Can I not get into the water from here? I must just not have enough
On the
movement,
move.
because I'm pretty sure you can get down through here.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Yep. Not much to say at this point. I mean, it's basically academic. She's gonna get knocked down.
They're blowing through my armor.
Ah, she didn't get knocked down. That's astonishing. Alright. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You can't actually move down off of here. Or at least this Atlas can't. It can't move down off of this. Like, this incline is too steep. It's not a valid movement path. I can't get into the river. I won't be able to leverage all my guns. Thanks, game, for taking away my last hope for doing something productive here. Boy, that is just ripe.
No retreat.
Just the ripest BS that I have seen yet today. On the plus side, I did spend the turn sprinting, which means I've got some heat overhead. And honestly, at this point, this game is so far lost. They're gonna get it. Take the alarms off, because whatever. I'm not gonna shut down. I wanted to shut down. Felt like something I would do in spite, because this game. Woo! Look at that Atlas
My mech's
glow.
heating up.
Dang! You can see that from orbit. So there is
A hard hit there.
there is one important lesson that I will take away from this particular match that I did not realize previously. That cover and bulwark are not
That is
equivalent.
something important.
Cover is only a 25% reduction in damage. Bulwark is worth 50% reduction. So even if all you're going to do is like what I did here and stand in the cover, you're still better off bringing a pilot with bulwark.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
And then you can just post up wherever, because bulwark don't care. Don't care if you're in the trees, don't care if you're out in the middle of the open. Called shot head. You. Come on, game. Don't be a
That
dick.
shot went internal.
Called shot head. They're trying to scalp this Atlas. That's
Aye, aye.
great. Jerks. Guess what? You know what? You get punched for that.
In the fight.
You get punched for that kind of thing. It's a good solid punch too, right to the center torso. A couple of party lasers go off, celebrating that wonderful punch to the torso, but not actually doing anything strategically. I'm going to have to play around a little bit more with bulwark, I think, because I believe the game when it says 50% damage reduction, but if that's the case, like, I think that's where
Big hit. That was a
I think
big
that's where
hit.
you're going to be able to really punch above your weight, is in getting a 50% damage reduction from bulwark. I'll have to give that a try on Monday, because there will be no more games today after this complete and utter drubbing. Yeah, just go for the center torso here. All the lasers carving out the Atlas.
Mission failed.
Yep, that's... I'm not going to say that I probably couldn't do something better in terms of my tactical approach to that match, but I really don't see... Maybe if you bring some pilots with bulwark, but then you're bringing pilots that are gunnery 5 instead of gunnery 8, is it a big enough difference to matter? I don't know. It's hard to tell sitting here in this moment at the skirmish lost screen. But it's definitely worth a thought. It'll probably be something I explore next week. But even a pair of halfback Atlases are no match for the overwhelming fury that is a diverse lance of Hunchbacks. 2 missions in, 2 missions down to the squad. And, man, good work. Doing good work. All these variants. Playing to their strengths. The 4J, sure enough, the 4J, as predicted, sat back. Kind of just leveraged its LRMs. Did get into laser range, but like never really got close, which is exactly what Tox and I kind of predicted. Mostly Tox. I agreed with him. But yeah, if you're looking for a medium mech, it'd be real hard to go wrong with picking a few variants of the Hunchback. But that'll be all for today's BattleTech in the Morning 2-part video extravaganza. I am your beaten and beleaguered guide to this complete ridiculous show, Captain Nips. Woof. I need a break and I need a drink, so I'm gonna go take care of those things. So I wish all of you a wonderful day, what's left of the morning, fantastic afternoon and evening, and have a good weekend. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Go out, enjoy the weather, assuming it's nice. Spare a thought and perhaps a donation to those in need in Puerto Rico and elsewhere where freak weather has obliterated their homes and livelihood, and in some cases, food and water supplies. I'm going to go out now. Wishing you all the best, and I will see you in the next video.